Hi, I'm Charlie Dawson. I work in visitor services at the Mütter Museum. I'm talking to you today about two books by the Scottish physician George Cheyne. Born in 1672, Cheyne had a voracious appetite as a young man for both food and liquor. He became severely overweight as a result. As a middle-aged physician, Cheyne advocated an extremely sparing diet, particularly warning against consumption of meat, which he believed tended to make the blood viscid and gluey. Although Cheyne was an early advocate of vegetarianism, his recommended diet included a lot of milk. The Library of the College of Physicians owns several works by George Cheyne. From 1742, there is The Natural Method of Curing Diseases of the Body and the Disorders of the Mind. This book encapsulates Cheyne's philosophy that disease arises primarily from an excessively rich diet. He recommends near vegetarianism and regular fasting of up to 3 days. When illness has progressed past the point of preventative medicine, the cure, in Cheyne's telling, is invariably mercury. Cheyne mostly recommends a lot of fasting, eating a lot of nuts and fruits, and drinking lots of milk. It has answers for the scurvy, for diabetes, and the answer is usually mercury. He's also concerned with the juices and the viscera and the fibers. Reflections on the economy of nature and animal life. Cheyne spends a lot of time stressing the goodness of animals, the unchangingness of the world, and how much the ills of humanity arise as a result of straying from that natural world. As an early advocate for vegetarianism, you can imagine he rubbed people the wrong way and featured in a lot of caricatures and satires as the corpulent physician who wants to tell you that you're eating too much. Now, Cheyne was from Scotland, but he practiced most of his life in Bath in England. And he turned his findings as a physician into a book he called The English Malady. Cheyne believed that the English people were uniquely afflicted by nervous disorders, which meant things like melancholy, anxiety, depression, and a general propensity toward mopiness. As a culprit, he blamed excessively rich food and drink, in addition to an intemperate climate and a greater tendency to live in densely populated urban areas. At their most severe, nervous disorders included epilepsy. At their mildest, yawning and stretching. Even things like scurvy and diabetes, Cheyne puts under the umbrella of disorders of the nerves. Cheyne's answer for most of these maladies was more vegetarianism and more mercury. George Cheyne recommends vigorous exercise, although his idea of vigorous exercise were things like hunting and horseback riding and lots of walking. So these were not the most strenuous of activities you can imagine.